Welcome back, guys, to another video. Happy Wednesday afternoon to you. It is a gorgeous day outside. It has been for the past few days. Behind me, we got the black Ford F-150 with me. Today we're going to re-wrap the bed again. If I walk over to the other side, guys, you're going to see, I'm sorry about this mess, guys. This side has been wrapped. This is 3M. Damn, what's the color called? You know what, guys? I can't remember the name right now. Anyways, I had Ty help me out with this one. There were a few issues that we ran into, most notably right here in this little part that just goes inwards. Gas cap, a little tough. Would have been a lot easier if we removed the cover, but didn't really find a way to do so. So we just kind of just wrapped over it, which was a mistake because of this little bump right here from the gas cap. Vinyl started to fold on itself here, leaving us lines. So thankfully we only have a gas cap on one side of the truck, guys. So we are dealing with a pretty much solid surface. Just finished power washing it. I'm going to let it sit for a little bit as I go and grab the vinyl roll that I just got, and then we can get to wrapping. So if you recall in the last video, I didn't really have any nice words to say about 3M because of the incidents that had occurred. It wasn't until I realized that it was the cold that had to do with the wrapping. I'm going to give them a second shot. 3M right there. We're going to see how it works now that we have optimal weather and temperatures working for us. And now with all that said, guys, let's get to wrapping. Alright, guys, I got it unwrapped and unboxed. There it is. I wish they left a little piece of paper of the name, but there's nothing really to distinguish it. The box was empty, just this. So I'm going to go ahead and unravel it, tack it onto the bed, see how long we're going to need. But before that, we want to inspect the bed or the component that we're about to wrap. Okay, so for the inspection, before we start tacking on the vinyl, we want to grab a microfiber cloth or really anything to go ahead and inspect the corners, the folds of the areas that the vinyl is going to have to fold around. So for example, this bit right here, the vinyl is going to have to fold right around so that it can get a nice clean finish as opposed to just cutting up here and having black paint still exposed. So just want to run it through so it's not so dirty because I wiped it down already while I was pressure washing it. Same applies for underneath, right up here. Vinyl is not going to stop right here. We're going to have the vinyl go all the way to the back and try to fold it around. So just give it a quick wipe. That was a little dirty. And pretty much do that around the entire component that you're going to wrap, whether that's a fender, truck bed, a door, roof, hood, whatever it is. You have to get those creases. I've said that before in past videos of me wrapping my Subaru, so I don't know why, but I have to just keep saying it. Alright, now that we have that wiped down, the next thing we want to do is take off the taillight. That's going to make wrapping easier for us. That way we don't have to do a lot of tucking or anything like that. We could just fold it right on over and continue with the taillight. We'll hide it. So alright, guys, yet again I apologize for the mess. This truck has been used up a lot recently. But back to taking off the taillights. So it's just two of these little bolts. They are 5/16. You take those two out, you're able to pry the taillight off, and then you just unplug the clips and you should be solid after that. So it's only three. Some of them it's probably better just to pull out the whole bulb system altogether. Saves you the heartache of trying to figure out these clips and not trying to break any of them. So whatever, we got that out. Anyways, now that we have this all out, get your rag again. Probably be better if it's a little damp, wet or something like that, and just run it through those edges because once again vinyl is going to go on that. So run it through, clean it up. You don't have to go all the way to, you don't have to go to town on it. Just these edges. you know, enough where the taillight is covering up the vinyl and the joints. So, all right, before we actually lay down any vinyl on it, just give it a quick wipe down, making sure that you got as much of the dust and any contaminants off before we actually lay the vinyl on it. Alright guys, so before I actually mock up the vinyl on the truck, I want to do a quick rundown on the tools that I use. It's not really much, pretty simple, cheap stuff that anyone can get. This thing, to cut the vinyl, to cut the sheets for any panel that you're about to wrap. Two different types of squeegees. This one's a little bit more firm, this is a little bit more flexible. I would typically use this one for getting inside creases such as in here because it flexes a lot more. Obviously your blade, well, I don't think I'll be using this, but knifeless tape and then utility knife. Basic stuff guys, very cheap to get. You can buy a kit off Amazon for like 20-something bucks, so it's a very good investment. It definitely helps. One thing also I forgot to mention, if you are a one-man army like me most of the time, you're going to want magnets. Thing's going to save your life. You won't have the vinyl sheets, especially if you're doing large panels like this. You won't have it fold down or cause any creases or anything on it, so invest in magnets too. Hopefully that stuff will help. And now we're going to go ahead and mock up a large piece, get the size and everything, and then we can get to wrapping. Alright, so I'm just going to do it the same way that I know. Oh, I have my Michael Jackson glove on. It's really a vinyl wrapping glove. I'm going to start the same way I normally start. From my right, I'm going to work my way to the back, seeing as I have the tail light in there and as well as the metal bumper that I have to wrap inside of. So, well, not inside of, but behind that. So, yeah, that's the way we're going to do it, guys. And let's see how it works out for me. Alright guys, sit rep. So far, so good. It's actually coming out a lot better than I was planning. There are a few little mishaps that'll probably be super hard to get out. Most notably is this guy right here. Might have to hit them up with heat or something. Another word of advice, guys, if you're actually going to wrap, you know, like a really nice truck, not like a work truck like this, because this is pretty much a work truck now. I mean, if you look inside the bed, well, just not looking at the things, but like the bed is all banged up, so this is gonna be a work truck. Back to my point, if it's gonna be like, you know, your nice truck that you use around for every day, you know, going to church, what have you, be sure to clay bar it, guys, because look up here. I mean, just passing it through my squeegee, I could feel every single bump. See if the camera can try to pick it up. Yeah, there's a view up here, oh yeah. So, I would actually invest some time in the clay barring, some of it. Otherwise, you're going to get these little tiny pimples, and it's going to look like a teenager's face. So, just run it with the clay bar with some water when you're pressure washing it or washing it, whatever you're doing. But for me, it doesn't really matter. This is a work truck. It's going to get banged up in the end. So, I mean, we're going to try to minimize the whole banging up. It's inevitable. So far, guys, we're doing pretty well. My technique, I don't know if you want to call it technique, but going from right and moving my way down, and as well as going, as you're moving to the left, you're also going downwards. So also taking care of this came out a lot nicer than before. Alright, I don't have much battery left on the camera, guys, so I'm going to try to go through this as quickly as I can. But after an hour and a half, probably a little bit more if you include all the prepping, I have the passenger side of the tailgate all wrapped up, guys. Now I know it's perfect. I know. You don't need to say it. That's on camera, guys. If you see it in person, you'll probably see the few imperfections that I have. I really hope I explained my technique, if you can call it that. Doing a bed, like I said, guys, once you got it all mocked up with, you know, the magnets, you got your test size all fitted up, start from one corner, or I should say one end, and then you just work your way down. That's it. Start with the easiest part first. That's debatable in terms of technique, but that's how I did it. And I moved my way up here, leaving the bottom part of this, I don't know what you would call this, but leaving the bottom part of this vinyl down here, just leave that alone for a bit. Then you want to focus on the actual piece that recesses inwards. So I think it actually looks pretty damn good. The couple of parts that I kind of messed up that don't really, you know, doesn't really matter, would be around the wheel well. I kind of half-assed it. See, look at that. Half-assed it right there. Oh yeah, that's bad on camera. And where else? Right there as well too. I apologize for that. The memory card got full, guys. I really hope this helped you. If you're planning to wrap your bed of the truck, go for it. Not too hard. Just look at it from a distance, see what works out and what doesn't. I will have to take back my words on 3M, guys. The whole reason I had a bad experience with them was because I was wrapping in very cold temperatures, not really suitable. So that cold temperatures caused the wrap to be a little bit more fragile and tear on me like paper, if you see it in the video. So, but today we were up in the 90s Fahrenheit, and guys, 3M was fantastic. Now I see why people say it's easy. I'm sorry, guys, for that mid-interruption. The battery on the camera died. But while the battery was charging, I went ahead and vacuumed the inside of the truck. Vacuumed it, hit it up with some Armor All, and I was about to call it Under Armour. Armor All, hit it up with some Armor All on the plastic, so looks great. Inside's a lot cleaner. Bed is newly wrapped. Hopefully, maybe you guys can help me out with this, but I don't know if I want to two-tone it, because I wrapped the hood in a gloss dark gray. I also wrapped the roof. Didn't do that hot on it, but you know, it's a roof, no one's going to see it. And then I also did the tailgate. Tailgate's wrapped in that same gloss ivory, dark gray. But then I decided to go with a matte color simply because it looks a bit more eye-popping in my opinion. I didn't even know this was like a standard color on F-150s. Like this color is like extremely close to like one of the gloss dark gray colors that the F-150 comes with from the factory. So that kind of deterred me from wrapping it that color and continuing. So what do you guys think? Should I single color the whole thing in this matte dark gray, or should I two-tone it, as in do one whole side of it continuing the dark gray and leave the hood, the roof, and the tailgate in that gloss dark gray color? Or should I just do it one whole color, that color? I don't know guys, I'm torn. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I had fun for the most part. And I hope you guys learned something from it. If you are planning to wrap your truck or just trying to get a feel of what wrapping's all about. If you guys could, just leave a comment. Feedback, anything, any love would be very much appreciated. And if you guys could, just throw a like and a subscribe, because we have a lot cooler projects coming in. Not to mention a new vehicle that we just added to our fleet. So I will do that in another video. So keep an eye out for that. All the more reason to subscribe. But anyways guys, I really hope you enjoy the video. Be sure to subscribe, comment, and like. And I will catch you guys on the next one.